I think anything is possible. I don't think you can really close the door on that. Going based off history of the NBA, when you have talent, you win games if they're out there, and you got time to develop some chemistry. So I think they got to sit tight, get guys on the court, rest and beat accordingly, rest Paul George accordingly, and should aim for that 6 to 10 seed. And I mean, and nowadays in the playoffs, like you said, in the parity year, like last year, nobody expected the Pacers to go that far. I don't think anybody expected Miami to go that far the year before that. A lot of these teams, nobody really expected Phoenix to get that far that year, like that far. So I mean, especially when you never know. So I mean, I just think you got to roll the ball out there, keep getting you guys out there and rest them appropriately, and they could get that 6 to 10 for sure.
Fair. But moving on, I want to talk about this team. What should the Kings do? As it stands, the Kings picked up DeMar DeRozan in the offseason. That was their big offseason acquisition ever since they made that playoff run a few years ago. Was it 2 years ago now against the Warriors when they had that shocking season and almost won 50 games? Things haven't really gone correctly. I've been seeing De'Aaron Fox and Rich Paul got to think about what they should do. What should the Kings do moving forward? In my personal opinion, I don't think that there's much that they really can do. I think that you just finally went through a period after you rebuilt for the past 15 years of being good, and it's just the rest of the Western Conference just got better, and I think that you don't really have a for real superstar, and I think that you've tapped out, what you can get with this roster, especially looking at the rest of the conference. I think some other teams like the Thunder, like the Rockets, have just probably surpassed you, and I don't even know how you even get any better. Like, I don't know if there's a move out there that makes them a much better basketball team. Like, I don't know who they would even go out there and get. So yeah, what do you think the Kings should do, man?
That's a really good question. If I had to say what I think they should do, part of me wants to say blow it up, but it's definitely not. It's not an easy decision to just blow it up. They finally brought some life back into that basketball city as far as winning wise. You finally made the playoffs for the first time in I think over 15 plus years. You finally get some guys who you get an all-star in De'Aaron Fox, Sabonis. I think he was snubbed a couple of times, but a guy who was arguably an all-star a few times. You build a core up. You get you can reel in DeRozan. You get a decent core. You get something just to bring the city looking forward to basketball again after all the down years. So it'd be very hard for. I think it'd be me personally. I think it'd be very hard for them to just say fuck it and trade everybody and blow it up. And just throw that away, throw away the culture you've built, even though it wasn't that long of a time. But winning the NBA it's not easy to do. I mean, you see a lot of these teams don't win, especially specifically the small market teams. Sacramento is the fourth team in California, right?
Yeah.
You compare your division and what's around you. It's looking at the Warriors, Lakers, and the Clippers, what they've been able to accomplish over the last couple of years. Clippers being able to bring in Kawhi and PG over at the same time on one off season. Lakers bringing in LeBron and Davis winning the championship. Look at the Warriors winning the championship in 2022. It's not easy for them being that little brother in such a big state. But I mean, if you really what they should do is, I mean, I guess the correct answer will say, I mean, just to blow it up. But I mean.
Yeah, but like if you Sacramento, do you want to rebuild again?
I'm sorry. I'm over here making thumbnails for this. I just looked at Barney shooting 12.5% in the league. Gee, come on, bro. Stop this. I'm gone, bye.
I mean, yeah, but like, do you really want to blow? I mean, I think that now if I'm De'Aaron Fox, I may want to move. I know he just got his Under Armour. He got like a shoe coming out. He may want to be moving to a different place in his career. And if he wants to move to a different place in his career, I'm trying to go to Orlando.
De'Aaron Fox, I mean that.
I think the only thing the Magic need is a point guard, like a actual lead guard. If they have an actual lead guard, it's a whole different thing over there. And they actually have the assets to be able to give the Kings something back. And they have the contracts. You can put, even if I would probably want to keep Jalen Suggs, but you could do an Anthony Black. You could do I know Mo Wagner just got hurt. Unfortunately, also you may not want to trade his brother. Franz's brother, you may want to keep him on the squad just because they cool. Well, they're cool, they're brothers. But you could do a Jonathan Isaac. You can definitely mix and match some things, and get De'Aaron. So De'Aaron has a deal coming up. I think De'Aaron's contract is over next year. So the clock is ticking on this increment of the Kings. You may probably need to do something different, but I don't think blowing it up is what you want to do. Just because, it's Sacramento when you saw how long it took last time to even get something good. So, I think it's just a tough situation at the end. But I think the first thing that goes is the coach. They'll probably look at Mike Brown first because the first thing that usually goes is the coach. I think the main thing with them is they just haven't been able to be good defensively. To this day, like even when they were winning 2 years ago, they weren't good defensively. They just haven't been able to be good defensively, and I think it's really, really hurt them.
Bringing in DeRozan don't really help that.
Yeah, bringing in DeRozan don't really help that, and also DeRozan is just and DeRozan, like he was better than what they had, and I respect him for trying, but I don't think that was the player that they needed. I think they needed like a fuck.
Well, maybe a DeAndre Hunter or something like that.
Yeah, like a DeAndre Hunter, a Mikal Bridges, a OG, something like.
Yeah, I feel you.
Something like that more so than a DeMar DeRozan. But you got to commend him for trying. Again, in Sacramento, and he was better than what they had out there. But I don't think that was the answer. And Keegan Murray hasn't really progressed the way you would want the 4th pick in the draft to progress.
That's fair as well.
I think that you thought Keegan Murray could be like a 20-point per game scorer or like somewhere around in there, and like he just hasn't been that so far for you. And I think that that's really where you miss out. And you maybe could have went and took the money that you gave to DeRozan and gave to 2 people